justifying the
Wait,
Ewoks
hold on.
because of my
Say,
love for the original
say that again.
trilogy.
What about Star Wars? I wasn't listening.
Okay, if you love Star Wars,
If I loved Star Wars?
personally,
Okay.
it is you love it, of course.
Sure.
But you don't have that personal relationship with it the way you do with The Matrix.
Okay.
You have a very personal love for The Matrix.
I fucking love the Matrix trilogy.
Exactly. Yeah, you really mean it's personal for him with that.
I love
he
The
really
Matrix.
loves The Matrix.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, with anybody, it's like,
You love the Star Wars.
even if you're not passionate about Star Wars, you love Star Wars.
Love Star Wars.
You have to. You love
Absolutely.
Star Wars like you love your mom, 'cause,
Yeah.
even if she pisses you off, even if you don't really want to spend a lot of time with her, you love her because it's Star Wars and you gotta love her. You'd be a jackass if you didn't love her. Even if in her later years she did make 3 awful prequels that just, oh god, I think I just threw up a little in my mouth. But I mean that, that's just like mom, So, there, it's Star Wars. You love it like you love your mom. If you love Star Wars on the level that you love The Matrix, then you would love it wholly just like you love The Matrix, and you would love that Ewok scene just because the way you believe The Matrix is perfect and everything had a place is the way I believe the Ewok scene
Matrix
was part
has
of the
its
perfect.
flaws. The Matrix has its flaws, but it has nothing on the level of the Ewoks.
No, I think the Ewoks are the exact same thing as that scene.
No, dude, the
Because
Ewoks
that
are a
is
marketing device.
So is that.
It is not.
It's like,
with the ending, the fight scene. You mean the last fight
let's
scene?
Let's throw away the intelligence. Let's give kids a really fun fight scene that will sell video games. That looks like their favorite anime.
I don't think so.
It was the most. Would you agree that it was the most unintelligent scene in an extremely intelligent trilogy?
Can I say 2 things?
Can you think of
can
more?
Can I say 2 things?
One more unintelligent scene in the whole fucking film.
Okay, wait, hold on. Can I say 2 things?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Before that last fight scene, Neo fights Bane, who is Agent Smith as a human being.
Yeah.
Who's Agent Smith as a human being.
Which was a fucking awesome fight.
Right, on the logo. So it's all Okay, so it's both of them. Agent Smith is like, in the
And by the way, I want to add, you didn't like that fight. Or, not that you didn't like it, but you commented on how brutal it was and how it was different than The Matrix.
Yeah,
That's what I loved about it. It was the first time people were, stripped down to their humanness.
Right. It's a very human fight.
Yeah,
it's very human.
That
he
was
gets his
perfect.
face burned.
It's
they
such
bleed.
a good...
He fucking smashes him with a pipe at the end. It's very brutal and human.
The timing,
it's like monkey-like. It's monkey-like.
It's not monkey-like.
No, they just beat the fuck out of each other.
But it's more like Hannibal-like almost too. It's very like... It's raw survival. Yeah,
it's
monkey
very raw.
Not
it's
monkey in
raw.
the stupid sense. Monkey in the Space Odyssey sense.
Right. Exactly.
Like in the Planet of the Apes
Like
sense.
they just beat him. All right.
That's what I fucking love about that.
So you got
scene.
that fight on the Logos, the spaceship, right?
Yeah.
Or the hovercraft.
Yeah.
All right. And then at
the
end of the film, and the big fight between that one Agent Smith and all the others, and Neo. Okay, wait, hold on. That fight is the same thing. It's about raw, unleashed power. Okay.
Then again,
but what's interesting is that they don't bleed really. There's no broken bones and shit.
I would have liked to see maybe code get punched out of them.
Right. That was cool, but
it was.
But hold on, let me finish real quick.
It was so like they took the cum from the first one that people loved and threw in that scene. Like all the cool fighting, they knew what they had. They capitalized in that scene, and you know it. They probably,
not as hard as the Ewoks.
They probably made the entire fucking film and then added that scene last minute.
No. I think it was totally intentional. I think it's totally intentional because if you look at it, it represents the same kind of
that was Star Wars
power
Episode
unleashed.
1. That was like the ultimate green screen.
It was totally green screen. It has its flaws.
Just like you could say he was abusing the use of the Muppets with the Ewoks. He was taking the Jim Henson thing too far.
He was just making teddy bears for kids to cuddle with. And once they realized that R2-D2 was fucking cute and kids loved him.
That's
or
bullshit.
the Wookiee.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that because everyone who makes that argument loves Yoda. And Yoda's even smaller and cuter. Exactly.
Yeah,
so
but
what
Yoda
the fuck?
does it right. Yoda takes that and it does it right.
I think
Yoda does it right. The Ewoks are like this unintelligible fucking teddy bear that
you missed the metaphor.
I see the metaphor, but it's just like it's not. It's so transparently a marketing tool. Okay, no, wait, hold on. Let me go back to
you think the fucking last scene in the...
I do.
Wow.
Now, let me tell you. That
takes a
fight,
talent of stretch. Like that takes some fucking distortion field.
Still, the last fight is a representation of power unleashed in a world like the Matrix, where you can unleash power like that. But it's cool because no one's bones break and no one really bleeds, but they just beat the fuck. I liked what you said, where you said they should have been hurling buildings. They should have been hurling like parts of the Matrix at each other.
It wasn't intelligent. It was just like, go, you know?
Right.
Fight! Finish him! Like, yeah, and I know it was supposed to be like a video game and all this shit, but I'm sorry, like, it stripped away.
Yeah.
It was like for the people who didn't understand the Matrix.
I agree.
It is a
video, like, but the Matrix is a video game.
It was like the arcade version, you know?
Sure, but the Matrix is a video game. Yeah, but like from the beginning.
Then again, there could have been better than them. I'm sorry, when they stop in the air and start doing the punches and kicks.
Yeah, that's retarded.
It's DBZ.
That's fucking retarded.
It's DBZ, and it's something that will only work in animation. Not only in animation, it will only work in anime. Not only that, it will only work in that exact fucking way if Akira Toriyama does it. And they copied it unoriginally. Point blank. They were also unoriginal in the fact that scene was just shit borrowed from the first two films. It's just like, oh, we get more hits when people see the fights, you know? People like that.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't even be surprised if
if
it ended a different way and the studio told them to.
Still, no, as much as you say the last fight has a purpose, it exists with purpose. It has a purpose. It is representative.
Keep telling yourself that. Whatever lets you sleep at night.
Do you want to watch it? Like, that's what I want to do.
No, actually.
No, I want you to watch it with me.
I'd rather watch DBZ.
Here we go. I'm playing it right now. The big fight scene.
I swear to God, I bet there's going to be edits. I bet they took out a lot of this shit.
Yeah, it says edited by. I think that's because... Here we go. Well, I think Cornel West and, like, Ken Wilber mentioned the baptismal rain. So everyone in the Matrix is now Smith.
The rain, sure. Also, I would have liked to see that process. I would have liked it to start with all normal people, and then it starts to rain and they all turn into Smiths. Wouldn't that have been better?
I don't know if you need to see it.
I think it would have been better. You wanted to do symbolism and all that shit?
Hold on, before we go in, okay, so here's like Agent Smith. I'm gonna pause it right now because at the end, there's a song they're singing right there, and it has a translation. And you need to hear ending song. I think it's from the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita.
Oh, really, dude?
Yeah, just real quick. Really, dude? Yeah, I'm that geeky.
That's not gonna save this scene. That's like your saver, like... Sorry.
No, it's just interesting.
Oh,
okay.
Sure, it's interesting.
Here we go. This is a post.
And they really killed any intelligence and interest,
right.
You know?
This is
the fucking flying DBZ strikes. Like, where's your Saiyan armor? Where's your Saiyan armor, Neo?
Alright, this is a quote from a website called planetphoenix.com, interestingly enough. And the post is by Kathrik. Karthik from November 5th, 2007. And it says this: most of us have seen Matrix Revolutions. At the end of the movie, while playing the credits, or also like during the fight scene, you would have heard the song. Well, it's from the Bhagavad Gita. The lyrics go like this: Ataso ma sed gayama, from delusion lead me to truth. Tamaso ma yorajtia gamaya, from darkness lead me to light. And Maitreya Mamratram Gamaya, from death lead me to immortality. And then it goes on and it says stuff like, from delusion lead me to truth, from darkness lead me to light, from death lead me to immortality. Well, if you take a look at the Matrix trilogy as a whole,
I get it,
makes
man.
sense.
I get it.
Yeah, and then I think it says something about the one.
You know how hard it is to find a song with a theme like that?
Yeah, I know it's right.
Not hard at all.
I'm playing it again. Here we go.
Again, huh?
Mr. Anderson, welcome back.
Mr. Anderson.
It's got its flaws.
No, actually, just the scene. Well, and Keanu Reeves, but I'll forgive that.
That's why the rest of me is just going to enjoy the show. Because we already know that I'm the one that beats you.
This is so DPC.
Also, that line,
so
we already know
DPC.
that I'm the one that beats you.
But you see,
It's
like they
we
become
are
a mirror. Like, you see that they're, like, every shot is mirrored in all the other shots. So it becomes, like, a reflection coming
It's
in
just showing
collision with... No, it's
called
it's really
showing off.
reflection.
It's
coming
called,
in
we have a
collision with
big
itself.
budget for the cinematography, let's use it.
Well, that too, I mean...
Yeah.
That's definitely part of it.
Not to mention, this is like yawn because we've seen this.
Yeah. This is.
And it's also putting this on a pedestal. Like this is what the Matrix is about. The Matrix is about fighting.
We're buffering.
It's saying the Matrix is about fighting.
We're buffering.
Bullshit. They're saying, you know what I'm saying? They're saying the Matrix is about fighting.
All right.
That's unacceptable.
Jumping in at a minute and 40.
I mean, it is, but
jumping in at a minute and
you go out flat and say that.
46 seconds on the Matrix Revolution's big fight scene from SM Hawk 100. Thank you, YouTube. Keep it up. All right, 146. Come on, load. All right, it's loading. You gotta watch the commentary with like.
Oh my God!
Cornel West.
With the commentary.
You gotta see it. It's great.
Yo, no
It's
amount
awesome.
of convincing.
It's awesome.
Yo, just like you can't.
It's so good.
Convinced.
You do not. If you're
are
talking
blinded
about it,
by
you have
this?
no idea what you're missing.
Yeah, just like the Ewoks.
You've got to
Elliot.
see it. No,
Just like the
you
fucking,
can't even compare
exactly.
these two.
And you
can't even be
You're
compared.
fucking because a lot of people would say you can't even compare the fucking Matrix to Star Wars. They would say shame on you. The Star Wars is way more sacred and untouchable. Don't you fuck with the Ewoks?
I think that the Ewoks are such a travesty.
I think that this fight scene is a travesty.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna try.
All right, here we go. This is like me making you watch Ewoks, Elliot, which I may have to do now.
All right, we'll do that.
Make you observe their struggle.
I'll do that.
All right.
Here we go.
They struggled. It was struggling. Struggleful.
It was not really a struggle. I didn't care if an Ewok lived or died.
You are cold.
I didn't
person.
care
you
if they lived or died.
You're very cold.
I cared if the rebels lived or died, and they were like faceless, anonymous soldiers.
And a friend of a rebel ain't a friend of yours. For shame.
There was no emotional impact.
Sir.
There's no emotional impact.
Oh, okay, but when you play a video game, oh, it's so meaningful. Like, what? You're gonna tell me this is more meaningful than the Ewoks? The Ewoks was a great.
Like 153, double punch.
Again, it's like, this is what the Matrix is about.
No.
Flips, not philosophy. This is not philosophy. This is cinematography and fight scenes. Like, don't you try and tell me. I know better. Don't you fucking try and sell me this and tell me
they
philosophy.
can be visual representation. This is whack. I agree.
Dude, so can
this
everything.
is whack. This is totally whack.
That's what this whole fucking thing is whack. It's like, yo, you have powers to fucking affect reality, and all you can think to do is punch each other. That is fucking... You don't deserve these powers. How are you even intelligent enough to wield them?
I am disappointed that they don't hurl parts of the Matrix at each other.
It's so foolish. It should be like a wizard fight. It's not. It's too barbarian.
This is kind of...
This is the monkey scene.
Yeah.
This is the real... I'm talking about the monkeys, dude. This is the real monkeys. Some of that monkey shit.
You know, I do feel like this film has like 5 scenes, and that's it. Like, Matrix Revolution is built out of like 5 or 6 scenes.
Well, a lot
stretched
of them
out
were.
over
Most
2
of them
hours.
were.
No, I think the first one.
The
was
first one
packed.
was. No, the first one was really only 5 events when you think about it. Neo's introduction and meeting Morpheus.
Well, you introduce the Matrix.
I mean, it's a big
and
part,
the
but
Resistance.
no, but they don't introduce that in the first movie.
Yeah, that's the first thing they introduced with Trinity running away from the agent. It's an
Oh,
introduction
right,
to the
right,
Matrix
right.
and an introduction to...
But that almost doesn't count because it's
Resistance.
just like a snippet. It's just one of those.
Yeah, well, you don't really know what's going on yet. You
The
know?
first real part is Neo waking up, meeting Morpheus.
True.
Oh, my life, you know. Then the second part starts when he wakes up and gets flushed.
Right, right.
The
The machine
like,
shits him out.
it's not even. It's like 4 parts. And then you could say, like, the training and missions, you know, him becoming acquainted with the crew, running
Oracle.
missions and training.
Oracle.
Yeah, but that's all, like...
Cypher's betrayal.
That's all, yeah, like, life there. That's all kind of one
Yeah.
part. And then the end is him going back for Morpheus.
Yeah, the first one is the Gnostic Christianity story. And the second one is like the total undermining of everything given in the first
It's
one.
like, why are kicks so magical? We've learned so much more.
This
Like,
is...
we've
no,
learned,
it is disappointing.
We've spent
Like,
the
it
whole
really is
movie
disappointing.
learning that this doesn't matter.
Right.
And now they're making it the end-all?
Yeah, they should be like hurling chunks of the Matrix at each other. Like
Well,
huge
yeah, ripping
chunks.
each other apart.
Yeah, with like ripping each other's
some
code.
Professor X type shit. Yeah. It would be cool if they were talking to the computer too, like in the sky.
Right.
Like, you have to help me kill him, you know. That's a shitty line, but something like that.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
like they were somehow interacting with it for the first time.
Like talking to the source.
Yeah. Like, it helps him deal the finishing blow.
I do like the idea that the whole city is Smith. I like that idea.
It wasn't
Where it's,
portrayed
like,
well
all
enough.
one consciousness. Like
It would have been better
That's
if it
what's
was like the
interesting. There
buildings
is like a
and stuff.
oneness of consciousness, but it's a Smith
Don't
consciousness.
you give me this this is not consciousness. This is lack thereof. This is just fucking monkeys flying. This is like if you give a mouse a cookie. If you let Keanu fly. You can see the strings. You know what I mean?
I do.
They're not there, but you can
I
see
know
them.
what you mean.
You see the.
This
physics.
could have been a little bit fucking.
He's standing.
crazier.
You know, he's standing right now. He's not in this. I don't believe you're in the sky. I believed all sorts of other crazy bullshit this whole movie, but I don't believe you're in the sky.
What about that right there? It does nothing.
Spirit bomb?
Right.
First of all, like, why did that just happen? Why that punch? Why not all the other? Yeah,
the
but
rain. It was the rain.
no, it was because they needed to figure out how to throw in a spirit bomb shape. That is why that scene existed. Like, up there it is. Yep, we get what you're trying to do now. Really? That's how you're gonna kill him?
Right.
Like, we've already learned. We already spent the whole time learning that this won't hurt him. That if he just uses his mind, you know, like, this is such a fail. And look, they ended on that. They ended there. There is no. Because I love that trilogy too.
All right.
I think it is the sci-fi trilogy of our time.
Totally.
You know, the way Star Wars, then Alien,
Right.
the trilogy.
Yeah,
Trilogy.
the first three.
There should be a law with science fiction. You're not allowed to make more than 3.
Thank you for coming to the inaugural
hilarious.
podcast of Paranormal Team Bromance, recorded live at Phoenix Theory on a snowy Saturday.
Love and peace, y'all.
It's good to be with you, Oliver.
Thanks, man.
It's good to be with you too, Internet.
You know, we should have a vote right now.
Okay.
We should have the viewers, or listeners rather, apologies.
Yeah.
For those of you without eyes. We should have them email us and let them know which was worse. Because we all
leave
know,
a comment.
Wait,
leave a comment.
Yeah,
give us a like.
Leave a comment.
Leave a
Email
comment.
is
Give
old
us a
school.
like.
That's like bullshit. No, but what you need to do is, I mean, we all know you love The Matrix and you love Star Wars.
Sure.
If you don't, you probably turned us off a long time ago. So we want to know which scene was more out of place, which scene was more inappropriate that you didn't like.
Wronger.
Yeah, which scene was wronger for the trilogy? The scene with the Ewoks and Jedi? Or the scene where Neo and Agent Smith are fighting DBZ Mortal Kombat style? we
I think it's the
eagerly
Ewoks. I think it's the Ewoks.
Yeah, I think
that they're a shame and that they
I
signify
think
Lucas's downfall.
I think we did this already on the earlier portion
Okay,
of the show.
but I'm just reiterating my position.
Hey, man.
They signify the end.
I just think you could say
of George Lucas.
all that stuff about the third fight in the Matrix. And
well, they did do like
also
ninja
enough time hasn't gone by. The Wachowski brothers are still young enough. They could pull a George Lucas in 10 years. They could ruin the Matrix. Hey dude. This is life, man. This is what happens. Alien got ruined.
Alien got
ruined.
Yeah, Alien got ruined.
Did we get the part about how there should be a law that
Yeah.
you can only make 3 in a trilogy?
Yeah.
Because you make the trilogy, and then you think, well, damn,
let's make more
if
money.
only I could fit more numbers than 3 in a trilogy. And you're just defying the laws of time and space at this point. Only Doctor Who can do that, and he gets to have as many fucking movies as he wants.
Yeah, for a damn good reason.
Yeah.
Damn good reason.
Because they were smart enough not to call it a trilogy.
Yeah, once you call something a trilogy, it has to remain a trilogy.
That's it, it's done.